A young girl, working part-time at a fried chicken shop, was accidentally locked in the freezer by her unsuspecting boss one night. As she tidied up the storeroom during her evening shift, she found herself trapped in the sub-zero temperatures, wearing only a thin layer of clothing. Desperately, she pounded on the door, crying out for help, but her boss had already locked up the shop and headed home, oblivious to her pleas. To make matters worse, her phone lay forgotten outside the freezer, leaving her to watch helplessly as the temperature plummeted further below zero. Determined to escape, she tried ramming the door with a cart, but the thick, heavy freezer door wouldn't budge an inch. She heard customers leaving outside and frantically banged on the walls, hoping to catch their attention, but the boisterous crowd remained unaware. Meanwhile, her father grew increasingly worried as she failed to return home. He searched high and low but found no trace of her. Suspecting her boyfriend's involvement, he confronted him, only to discover that the couple had lost contact long ago. In the depths of despair, the girl shivered uncontrollably, her face pale and her nose bleeding profusely. She wrapped her hands in tape for warmth and dismantled a pipe, attempting to block the frigid air, but the powerful wind persisted. Injured by a falling shelf, her ankle throbbed with pain, nearly causing her to pass out from the sheer agony. Desperate for warmth, she lit some paper on fire, but the unventilated freezer quickly filled with smoke, nearly suffocating her. In this dire situation, a mouse became her sole companion, two fragile lives huddling together for survival. Remembering her father's teachings, she force-set her fractured ankle and built a makeshift ice shelter to conserve heat. Frantic with worry, her father and boyfriend reported her missing to the police. The officers initially showed little concern until higher-ups intervened, finally launching a search for the missing girl. By this point, she lay frozen and barely clinging to life in the freezer. In her final moments of consciousness, she suddenly recalled a maintenance passage on the wall. Using a tray, she persistently tapped on the water pipes, the faint sound reaching her father's attentive ears. At last, her father and boyfriend burst into the freezer, rescuing the girl who was on the brink of death. Doctors marveled at her tenacity, surviving for 5 hours in a minus 17 degrees Celsius freezer. And it all hinged on an unexpected twist of fate, a kind-hearted security guard. In the bustling shopping mall, the girl was the only one, who always greeted the diligent old guard with a warm smile. This small act of kindness left a lasting impression on the guard. He was certain the girl had not left that fateful night, providing the crucial clue that ultimately led to her rescue. A single moment of compassion became a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. Each of our smiles has the power to illuminate someone else's life.